most underrated player at every Premier League club. I'm ready.
Arsenal.
Trossard. I think Leandro Trossard is a very, very good footballer who has chipped in with a lot of important goals for Arsenal this season. A little bit underrated.
City.
I've got Nathan Ake. This is more of a legacy one because he's been injured so much recently, but I've always rated him as a properly decent defender.
Villa.
I've gone with Boubacar Kamara. Until he's spoken about as one of the best midfielders in the Premier League, he will be underrated.
Wolves.
I've gone Rodrigo Gomez. I think Rodrigo Gomez is going to have a very good career. He's a very talented footballer, just not able to display it in this Wolves side.
Newcastle.
I've gone Lewis Miley. I think he's underrated as a talent. I think because of the big injury that he had last year and the lack of progression over the last year, he's now back in the team. He's a brilliant talent.
Sunderland.
I've gone with Enzo Lefebvre. I think he's the heartbeat of that Sunderland side alongside Granit Xhaka and Noah Siddiqui, but I don't think he gets the credit of the other two. He's brilliant.
Spurs.
I've gone Randall Kolo Muani. Not many underrated players at Spurs this season, to be honest. Kolo Muani's been very good for us and he's been our best player in a lot of games. I think people just still presume he's really not that great because he's not scored for us in the Premier.
Bournemouth.
I've gone with Tyler Adams at Bournemouth. Very, very underrated. I think a lot of the work that he has to do because he's got 4 attacking players in front of him. Alex Scott, who's a more attacking-minded midfielder, next to him too. He's got to do a lot of defensive work in that Bournemouth side, and I think he gets through it very well.
Brighton.
One of my favourite players in the Premier League, Jorginho Ruta, is underrated at Brighton. He is an excellent number 10 and so important to them.
Palace.
I've gone Tyreek Mitchell. I think he's been one of their best players this season. I think there's been a noticeable improvement in him in the final third this season compared to last. Very good.
Fulham.
I've gone Kenny Tete. Always impressed when I watch Kenny Tete. I think injuries have held him back a little bit over his career at Fulham, but I think he's a very good 1v1 defender.
West Ham.
I've got Mateus Fernandes for West Ham. Looks proper lively since joining them. 21 years old. I think his ceiling is very, very good. He's underrated.
Forest.
I've got Neco Williams. Was brilliant against us at the weekend. Ola Aina got a lot of the credit last year. So did their centre-halves. He was just as important and he is underrated.
Chelsea.
I've gone Wesley Fofana. I think that due to injuries, again, the hype really died down with him, and rightly so because he has had a lot of injury problems. But I think you've seen this season when he's in that Chelsea defence, definitely levels it up.
Liverpool.
I've gone Curtis Jones. I think I've underrated him at times, and I think he's a better footballer than I give him credit for. I think Curtis Jones has really stepped up. I like him.
Manchester United.
I've gone Mason Mount. Again, they've signed superstar attackers this season. I think there's an argument Mason Mount has been one of the best players in that front three. He understands the system so well and a really, really gifted footballer, as we all know, and is showing that again.
Burnley.
I've gone Florentino Luis. I think you could have picked anyone for Burnley because they never really get spoken about, so a lot of them are underrated. But I think Florentino Luis has looked like probably one of their best players for me this season.
Leeds.
I've gone Joe Rodon, former Spurs boy, and I think he's proving this season that he's very much a Premier League level defender.
Everton.
James Garner, I thought he's the most underrated player for a long, long time. Yes, he can blow a little bit hot and cold, but I think he's becoming a lot more consistent. Very good.
Brentford.
I've gone with Yarmouk for Brentford. I think that he doesn't get anywhere near the credit he deserves. Yarmouk has been very, very underrated, and I think he's got a bit of everything to his game, which I like.